Hi there, I'm Andrew from Ames Call Center. If you're watching this, you're probably wondering if an answering service is really worth it or if it's just one of those business tools that's outdated and doesn't belong in 2025. And fair, there are a lot of myths floating around about answering services. I've heard them all from it's just another glorified voicemail to my customers will know that it's not me. So let's just get honest about it. Here are some of the most common myths that we hear about our services and the actual truth behind it. Myth number 1, it's just another fancy voicemail. This is one of the biggest misconceptions, and honestly, I get why. People usually imagine some robotic sounding machine saying leave a message after the beep and that's it. But modern answering services are way more than that. Whether it's a human agent or AI, they're trained to answer in your business name, ask smart follow-up questions, qualify leads, schedule appointments, and even send you real-time message summaries via email or text or directly to the software that you use daily, like HubSpot, Salesforce, Zoho, or thousands of other platforms. Here's a real-world example. Let's say you're a plumber and you miss a call because you're under someone's sink. Instead of it going to voicemail, which statistically most people will hang up on, a live agent could answer and say something like, "Thanks for calling ABC Plumbing. How can I help you today?" They'll collect the caller's name, address, and the best time for a callback. And if you choose text as your preferred message delivery option, you could have a text with all of that information right to you in under 1 minute. That's a lead you would have probably lost otherwise. And depending on your industry, that could be thousands of dollars lost just like that. So no, it's definitely more than just a voicemail. Myth number 2, my customers will know that it's not my staff. This one's a little tricky. People tend to think it'll sound outsourced or generic, and that can be a problem depending on your provider. So a good answering service would be able to offer a lot of customization. Here's how. Use a greeting or script that you set. With a highly customizable answering service, you'll have agents that'll say exactly what you or your team will say when handling calls. Unless you specifically want them to say that they're from an answering service, they won't. Essentially, they'll say whatever it is that you want them to. Second, they'll answer your callers' frequently asked questions. Think hours of operation, basic services you provide, or who's working in the office today. These are all what answering services would consider routine calls. Answering services are more than capable to answer these questions. But if you're looking for more customization and more in-depth knowledge than basic frequently asked questions, well, stick around, we've got a recommendation just for you. Number 3, being entirely US based. This one's tricky because a lot of answering services say that they are US based, when in fact what they mean is that their HQ is located in the US, but your calls, they're still handled overseas. So with a service like that, your callers are likely to gather that you have outsourced your calls. But that's not the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is that they start having a difficulty communicating with the agents due to a language or a cultural or accent barrier. We have a video where we break down the difference between a call center that offshores its calls and one that answers it exclusively in the United States. But anyway, if you do work with an answering service that does provide those 3 things, your callers won't even know that they're talking to your internal staff, because to them, it'll feel like they are. Myth number 3, it's just too expensive for my small business. Answering services are actually more cost-effective for small businesses looking to capture every opportunity. Here's why. According to our industry-wide survey on the cost of answering services in 2025, here's what pricing plans typically look like. Entry-level plans start around $150 a month for low call volumes. Think around 100 minutes per month. Mid-tier plans for growing teams provide around 250 minutes, and they'll run you upwards of $300 a month. And larger plans with heavy call volumes may go $600 and up, and that's for about 500 minutes a month. And if you're wondering how many minutes will my business use, we have a video just for that you can watch. Hiring even one full-time receptionist will likely cost you $2,500 a month and up. And that's not even counting benefits, taxes, or time off. So if your small business can't afford to miss calls, but also can't afford a full-time receptionist, an answering service is actually a pretty smart middle ground. Myth number 4, it's only for after-hour support. Nope. A lot of businesses use our answering service during regular hours too. Here are some use cases. when your in-house staff is out to lunch, when call volumes spike and you don't want customers waiting on hold, when your teams are remote or don't have a front desk person. Think about a busy property manager who gets about 10 maintenance calls an hour. If they don't work with an answering service or work with someone who can handle their calls, they wouldn't be able to do anything else. An answering service can take overflow calls, screen for urgent calls, and only escalate the real emergencies. So yes, after-hours support is a big use case, but it is far from the only one. Myth number 5, they just won't be able to understand my business. This is another fair concern. You might be thinking, how can someone who doesn't work here know how to talk to my customers? That's why a good answering service starts with onboarding and customization. That means intake questions tailored to your industry, a script library based on what kind of business you run, options for custom call flows, appointment scheduling, and integrations. Here's an example. If you run a law firm, you can have a script that screens potential clients. You could have an agent say something like, "Are you calling about a new legal matter or an existing case? What type of legal issue is it? Family law, personal injury, or something else?" That's far from a generic call. That's targeted. And it keeps your team from wasting time on unqualified leads. That being said, if you are looking for that serious customization or in-depth knowledge about your business, an answering service is probably not the right fit for your business. What you're looking for is probably a virtual assistant or a full-time hire. But remember, as an answering service that's been handling calls for nearly 100 years, there isn't an industry that we don't already know. That's why we recommend working with an answering service that's been around the block and has worked with your industry before. If you've made it this far, an experienced answering service is probably what will help your business the most. So to wrap it up, answering services aren't magic. They may not fix every issue in your business, but they can help with a few things. They'll help you stop missing leads and start growing your business, look more professional to prospective customers on the phone, and give your customers a better experience. And if those are the issues that are currently hurting your company, then yes, you can consider it fixed with an answering service. So if you've had any of these myths floating around, I hope this helped clear things up. And if you've had any ideas about what an answering service is, but you're not sure if it's true or not, let us know in the comments below. And lastly, if you're curious about how an answering service could work for your business, reach out to us. We're happy to show you what it would look like, and you can check us out by clicking the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.